This is CBUM, 5-time Mr. Olympia Classic Physique Champion and probably the most famous bodybuilder in history with 3.6 million YouTube subscribers and 23 million followers on Instagram. And this is me, an average looking PT from Melbourne with 300 YouTube subscribers and 4,000 followers on Instagram. And just like many of you out there, I've always looked up to the likes of famous bodybuilders like Arnold and CBUM. The dedication to their sport is unmatched. Their whole lives literally revolve around training and dieting. And 12 months ago, I asked myself a question I'm sure many of you have thought before. Do I have what it takes to train and eat like a bodybuilder? So halfway through last year, I hired a bodybuilding coach to help me out, and for the last 365 days, I've been training and dieting like a bodybuilder. Today, I wanted to give you an insight on my experience through the process so far so you can decide for yourself whether or not bodybuilding is for you. Now, I tried bulking in the past for 8 or 12 weeks, but this was my first long-term proper bulk. And despite all the science-based evidence out there these days that training splits that train the muscle groups multiple times a week are better than the bro split, my coach had me on a bro split. This was my training split. Monday chest, Tuesday back, Wednesday shoulders, Thursday legs, Friday arms. And these workouts were tough. I had never done such high volume or repetitions before in my workouts, so it took me a couple of weeks to get used to this new style of training. But after about a month or so, it felt normal. My coach updated the workouts every 8 to 10 weeks just to make sure we weren't going to hit any plateaus in the gym, but the workout structure remained roughly the same. So that was my training, but what about my bulking diet? I ate the same 6 meals every single day. For the past 12 months, my diet has consisted 95% of whole natural ingredients. Oats, eggs, vegetables, chicken, lamb, beef, rice. Now I know eating the same thing every day might seem a bit boring, but honestly, I didn't mind it. Just like training, I got used to the routine of eating the same thing every single day, and I sort of just forgot about other food for a while. At the beginning of the bulk, I was on 3,100 calories, but by the end, we topped out at about 3,700 calories. So that was my bulk in a nutshell. It wasn't until 2024 that my contest prep started, and this is where things changed drastically. For the most part, training stayed the same, except now leg day had become calf and core day. And as we got about 6 weeks out from comp, my coach started to introduce 3 Stairmaster sessions a week, which I hated. In men's physique, the category I'm competing in, your legs aren't judged, so there's no point in really training them that much. As for diet, this is where things got really tough. We dropped from 3,500 calories to 2,500 calories, and I know for a lot of you out there that still sounds like a lot of food, but I had put on a considerable amount of muscle mass by now, so my eating requirements had increased, and I was simply used to the higher calories at this point, so the deficit took a toll on me. The first few weeks weren't too bad, but the longer you go in a deficit, the harder it hits you. My workout started feeling shit, my strength was going, I was waking up in the middle of the night hungry, I was constantly thinking about when my next meal was. And this went on for months. There were days I felt really good and could push through, and there were also days I just wanted to give up altogether. Contest prep had another element that I haven't spoken about just yet, and that's posing. Previously, when I had watched bodybuilders posing, I didn't think there was really that much to it. I mean, it looked like you stand up on stage, smile, and tense your muscles as hard as you can. But there's so much more to it than that. Hip position, foot position, symmetry, transition, stage presence. It's so much harder than it looks. Now, I want to speak about something that you probably don't hear most bodybuilders speak about, and that's the impact this way of living has on your social life. Bodybuilding isn't just a hobby. It's a lifestyle. You're at the gym almost every day. You have very limited wiggle room with your nutrition. Your whole life literally revolves around your training and diet. And this way of living had a considerable effect on my social life. I had to often say no to hanging out with my mates late because I knew I had to be up early in the morning to go and train. I couldn't have date night with my partner every week because my diet wouldn't allow it. And there would even be times that I had to take Tupperware of food out on social occasions because, well, that's what I had to eat. And I know this all sounds very extreme. You could miss one training session here or one meal here, but so yeah, I found it hard to balance living as a bodybuilder and also having a good social life. So, having spent 365 days as a bodybuilder, here are my final thoughts. Firstly, I have so much more respect for people that do this on a professional level. These guys aren't just getting paid to train and eat, they are literally sacrificing so much for their line of work. As for me, the last 365 days has had so many highs and so many lows. I've learned so much about recomping the body, I've seen so many changes in my own physique, I'm bigger, I'm leaner, but I don't think I can give my full opinion on bodybuilding as a lifestyle lifestyle until after my show, which is in 3 weeks time. I've still got peak week and comp week to go through, which I'll 100% be making another video on. Who knows, maybe jumping up on stage and having that sense of achievement that you get from working on something for so long come to fruition might make all the sacrifices worth it. I'll have to wait and see. If you guys are interested in trying any of the workouts or the diets that I've done over the last 12 months to get to where my physique is right now, there's a Google Drive link in the description below, so go and enjoy them, have at it.